Is red, green is the perfect like television, so lifelike image. Second is when you project something like text and word or some presentation, maybe some children are very like shy to ask that I cannot see it clearly. Here in IFPs you will have no issues like that. This is very important thing. Now second thing is front projection is always projected light falls on the teacher's eyes. That's not good. Here and also it elegancy, there is no ceiling mount here, nothing. This goes like how the television installed at a home, like this we fix it to the wall and everything is clean. And also you can connect wirelessly. It is a multi-touch, it is interactive. So with this you will replace projector, you will replace flip chart, you will replace screen, you will replace everything. It is like a big iPad sitting on the wall. And also lamp replacement. Once you fix this one, you will not have to spend single fills for another 3-4 years. What I mean, if it is a projector, you have to replace the lamp, power supply. There are so many issues. HDMI cable, sometimes cable connection is not. It is not interactive. This is 40-touch interactive. So these are the some features, main features of projector over IFP or IFP over projectors. And nowadays, eventually, most of the bilingual schools or education sectors, they are not using projector. It is gone. Next year, projector business will vanish because it is all made on projectors. Now, the reason is earlier projector price was less. IFP price was too expensive. Like 65, 75, 86 is around very expensive. Now, since 4-5 years, pricing has come down. The panel pricing has come down drastically. So that is one of the reasons now they are going for IFPs. Yeah. Now, madam, thank you very much, and let me introduce Mohammed. We will explain what are the features and benefits of this, which you are going to use. Thank you.
It's because I'm looking for a specific thing. No, this one no. I want to use that one.
And also it has a blue eye reduction, blue rays, which is very important. It is very intuitive. It is user friendly. Teachers can just walk in and touch and feel, write, erase, annotate, save, capture, and send it to your children by email or email. And you can record, you can save all the files.
Just give me 2 minutes.
Sure.
Explain the features.
Yes. Meanwhile, I'll let me, whatever comes to my mind, because I've been in this industry more than 25 years, handling all types of technologies. I was a master certified trainer for Smart Interactive Platform. It's a Canadian brand. I introduced in Kuwait. Yeah, it was analog registry technology before, then BYOD technology came. Now IR technology, infrared, so many technologies came. Finally, this is the technology for the classrooms. Yeah. So initially, and pricing is good for information, and you get 3 years warranty. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Hi, good morning. Apology. So yeah, as my colleague Victor said, this is an interactive screen which operates on infrared touch. This is a 65 model.
Yeah,
65 model. It is also available in 75 and 86. We choose screen size based on room size, so we don't just, like in a room like this, we will not propose the big ones, we will propose small ones. It runs on Android 11, this one, though the ones we will be proposing to you guys would be Android 13, 8 gig RAM, and 64 gig storage. It has the option of including an external and an extra PC, which allows you to have a PC inside of this at all times. This would eliminate the need for teachers to carry around their laptops. But if your teachers are heavily reliant on laptops, I would suggest getting the display itself without the PC. PC would be just unnecessary extra cost. Because the display alone can run a whole classroom session, whether the teacher can have their content in different ways. They can have it on their email, cloud drive, flash drive, laptop, phone, tablet, and in all these ways, they can use the screen for their classroom sessions. I will show you different features of the screen, and then at the end I will explain the major differences between this versus a projector. Main features revolve around the Notes app, this login, and the ability to bring your own devices in general. So I'll start off with Notes. Notes is the digital version of a standard whiteboard. It has the ability, you have the ability to change the wallpaper, the grids, the colors. These are all customizable. You can even add your own wallpaper if you'd like. So teachers, based on the classroom, can decide. Aside from that, you have the option to, let's go one by one from here. With this, you can write normally as you would write in any board. Change the thickness of the pen, change the type of pen. You can even choose, while using the pen, you can choose to have 2 different colors for the pen. So I can write with one color, flip the pen, write with another color. This can be useful in the sense of, let's say I have this. So I have a PDF open, I can start doing this, stuff like that. Idea. You have an infinite amount of pages, so you can flip through the pages easily. And each page in itself is infinite itself. So if I scroll, it will never finish. So you have that infinite space at all times. The screen is 40 touch. So
This is 20. Another.
these are 20. So add another. You can operate on 40. And yeah, this is useful when you have something like partition. You can have 3 students come up. It will split the screen into 3. You can have 3 students write at different things. So this student will be writing about this student. So this is useful. You have the option to add tables, mind, which you can write in, and then mind maps, which lets you do some sort of chart. Oops, sorry. Yeah. And so in the case where I was saying a teacher can come with just their flash drive and open the notes page, which is their whiteboard, and then menu import. They can bring files from their flash drive. So in my case, I will bring our company logo into this corner. Import a PDF if I'd like, and then from my flash drive, I'll open. Yeah, I can have a PDF. This is where, for example, I can make markings anywhere I want. Okay.
You can create these things in your education.
At the end of my session, I can either export it as a PDF, my whole files, I can get them all as PDF, or I can save it back to the device, or even back to my flash drive, so I can keep the device as clean as possible. I'll come back to Notes a little later and show you how you can use it in your everyday classrooms, but this is pretty much it for Notes. One last feature, do your students carry around any devices? No? Okay. There is a feature here that generates a QR code. This is useful that once the QR code is generated, yeah. So with any device, I can scan this QR code. And then all 11 pages will be on my phone immediately. You don't need to take pictures of the display, you don't need to record. This is immediately. Okay, I'll come back to notes as I said. Another thing that could be very useful for your school is this feature here. This is the equivalent of what a Windows account is. You have your teachers log into Windows accounts every time. But this is, let's say, with Android version. All the teacher needs to do is walk into their classroom, scan the QR code. They would have had created an account before, which is a free and easy to set up account. Once I log in, the display will change to suit my preferences. My settings, my accounts, everything. It will change the wallpaper to what I want, the icons to what I want, my name there. Logs me into my Google Drive, logs me into my email. This prevents the need for a teacher to log in every time they walk into a classroom. This is where it's useful if you have a teacher that uses different displays or the classroom is being used by multiple teachers. No need to remove the files every time. So in this case, if I'm on notes, I could just choose to save. Oops. I could just choose to save this on my cloud. So once I'm done, File, save as, onto my cloud. So teachers can just come in, log in, save and do everything on their cloud, and log out and leave. And then this will be back to default settings. You can log out either by here, or if a teacher forgot and walked out, with their phones, sign out. Back to default. So this is very useful when you have places where teachers move around, different teachers use the same classroom, and stuff like that. And what also I wanted to show you is the ability to use your own devices, whether it's a phone, laptop, tablet, iPad, whatever it is, how you can use it with the screen. There are different ways for this. I will show you. First of all, easiest way, we provide you with each screen, with each display, a USB-C cable. Let me just try this laptop first. You don't have from the newer ones? Because the USB-C, some have display,
Yes.
some only storage.
Only storage.
This is only storage.
I think
My laptop only storage. Okay, I'll show you. Had it been, maybe the newer ones, I think.
Yes.
Okay. For example, your other laptops will have a USB-C port. All you have to do is plug it in, and it will mirror the laptop on 4K, and you can control the laptop. This is, in my case, my phone.
Yeah.
So this is the easiest way you can connect, and it runs on 4K, so very high resolution and everything. And then, this is the easiest way. These we provide you the cables with every display. Other ways I'll show you. There is an HDMI cable, which is the standard with every screen. And then there are the wireless ways. Wireless, I will show you first. The easiest way is an iPhone. You have a Samsung. Hotspot is. Hotspot? No, this one. Open. Connect to this Wi-Fi. And a STC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Apple products are the easiest to connect. Because the screen has a built-in AirPlay. Apple products, whether it's a phone, iPad, or laptop, all have this feature built in. So all he has to do is, yes. There. Can you just,
iPhone is connected.
can you just go back? Yes. All he did was connect to the hotspot that's being released by the screen, and then he was able to mirror from here, AirPlay. With Android products, you would have to download an application, and then, can you stay connected, please?
Yeah.
309, 782. That's my phone. Android products, you need an application. Apple products, it's already built in. And you can connect up to 9 devices at the same time. So the screen will continue on splitting. This is useful if you have teachers to just mirror their displays. Biggest advantage would be, if, for example, if teachers have iPads. Some of the schools we've installed this in, they walk around with their iPad, they are writing, and it's wireless to the screen directly. So that is a built-in feature in all displays. You can just okay. You can just, from the top, screen mirroring, stop mirroring. Okay. And then as for laptops, we can give you this is a dongle, which is paired with every screen. All you have to do is pair it once. Then this is synced to this display. There. And then I will plug it into my laptop. You will notice how quickly it will connect. Yeah. So I just plugged it into my laptop, and then on my PC I saw that there's a flash drive. I open it, and I just have to run this application. So this is just plug and play, no need to install anything on the laptops. It's very easy to use. Biggest advantage of this is that I can wirelessly control my laptop. So this is my laptop. If I run a presentation from here, I can control my laptop from here. So I don't need to keep going back to my laptop every time. This is just there. An alternative method, also for laptops, regular users can download an application which does the exact same thing. So these are many different ways, whether it's a dongle, application, iPhones, it's built in, Android, it's an application. It's all different ways to connect wirelessly. And it will keep splitting the screen, as I said, up to 9 devices. So you can have a laptop, iPad, iPhone. I will show you one application which is very useful for IT teams. This.
Do you give training sessions for
Yes.
teachers?
Yeah. The way we do it, we have different methods. One method would be I train the IT team, so they train the teachers. We give them a very intensive course, anything they need, we will be there. Or an alternative method we've done is that at the beginning of the class, at the semester, before students join, we can assign it that, for example, I can give 4 training sessions, 20 teachers at a time, 15 teachers at a time. If they want in Arabic and English, I don't know if they are Arabic speakers. So we can do that, train the teachers beginning of the year. And some schools even we do it at the beginning of every school year. So it could be this year, next year if you have new teachers, we can come back again. It's not an issue. And yeah, so this website this is a software that comes built in with all screens. This is a device management software. Through one account, you can monitor all the displays you have on your system.
Through online?
Yes, it's online and it is not application based, it's web based. You can be in Kuwait, you can be outside of Kuwait, on your phone, on your laptop, this can be accessed. You can monitor the screen, you can control it. If teachers have an issue with their screen, you just control it from wherever you want, help them out. You can update firmware, push files, all of that, all through this software. You can also send messages, you can send a command, you can send bell announcements. So if you want to just from one office, you can text, screen this class.
Like a token system.
Yes. You can group the devices also, so you can split them by age group, by classes, so science department or whatever, math department. All of this is very flexible. I, for example, have just one schedule. I have one command every day at 4 p.m. I send the command to all my devices, switch off. This can be done. This is the biggest advantage of this display versus a projector. Projectors, if it is left unattended, you're just using up lamp hours. Here you can schedule turn off. You can guarantee as long as possible. Plus the fact that this runs on 50,000 hours versus a projector's 7 or 10,000 hours, if not less. These are lamps.
No.
Depending on the lamp.
Lamp
Less than.
Lamp is 3,000.
3,000.
This is 50,000.
Yes.
50,000 hours.
So yeah, I will show you different ways that this can be also used in a regular classroom. Sorry, I went through this very quickly. In demos, I usually show quickly features. Training sessions are much slower, hands-on, and that type. Now for the comparison between this and projector, aside from the working hours, biggest advantage for me is shadow. Front projection, you cause shadows. Here, you don't cause shadows. Interactivity versus non-interactivity. You have the ability to run a session without the need of an external device. Like I don't need to have a laptop to run my session. If I forgot my phone, laptop, iPad, whatever, I can still have a working classroom session. With a projector, you need a laptop to run it. This has Google Play, one of the only displays that has an official Google Play Store. A Google Play Store allows you to download any application you want, whether it's an educational app, whether it's any app you want, you'd find it in the Play Store. And it's 4K, so that is a big advantage. And you have already built-in speakers. I can play a video.
It's much better than the projector speakers.
And built-in speakers, 12-watt speakers, they're the equivalent of.
Here you have 2 or 3 watt speakers, small. Most important thing, madam, children and teacher doesn't strain eyes with the display.
Yeah, as Victor said, it has. This is one of the most practical scenarios can be used. You can also have, if you have your laptop, you can connect to your laptop externally and then have the laptop screen while you have a note screen as well. So with practice, you'll find it very easy to use. During training sessions, we can show tips and tricks that we've noticed schools use. I would say that the screen is very, very easy to use. We did not personally get any training sessions. We were given the screen. We just toyed around with it a lot. Eventually, it became easy. Icons are very straightforward. With practice, it becomes very easy to use. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
How long is the warranty?
3 years now.
3 years.
Yeah.
During that period, the 3-year warranty, what we offer schools especially, if for example you have a malfunction in one of the displays, what we can do is, if it is not fixable on spot in school, we would take the screen, and if it needs more than a day, we will bring you another screen just to run the classroom session. We have different ones from different sizes, different models, so I will give you a display. It could be much higher end than this one, but I will guarantee you a working classroom session while we repair this one. And there's a very, very high chance, if it is not repairable within the 3 period, that we just replace it. We do not, honestly, we have a lot of freedom when it comes to replacing a damaged screen. We rarely fix them. We rarely needed to even fix them. We do not get, most malfunctions would usually be software issue, something like that. Rarely do we see hardware issues, but in the off chance that you have a hardware issue, the easiest thing for us would be probably just replace the screen, give you a brand new one. In the last 5 years, since 2019, we've been selling MAXHUB. We've gotten back 3 displays to our workshop. We've sold around 600 displays so far.
How long does it last?
50,000 hours according to specs. We haven't had any issues with running out of LED light. Not yet.
With my experience, it would come more than 5 years, minimum. And as you said, first of all, we give standby units. So make sure that this is a special value-added support from Madhavli Electronics. Just to let you know, our company is more than 40 years old company. We do a lot of major projects like Central Bank of Kuwait. We are an integration company. We are not box movers. We try to understand the customer requirement, their concerns, especially education, and we come back and give a proper solution. We are not intended to make too much of margin or profit here. Whatever we could extend our support in terms of price and total cost of ownership. When you own this display, you own everything. As I explained to you, you will not spend any extra money. There is no license. You don't have to pay anything for the software or the hardware.
Hardware, as I said, the one proposed will be the higher model of this. Everything you saw features the exact same thing. It's just an upgraded RAM and storage. We give you 2 pens. We give you HDMI cables, USB cables, USB-C cables, a dongle with every display. Stands are optional, but if you do not want the stand, we can fix it on the wall. We can fix it on
Mostly
the wall.
concrete, we will fix it on the wall. It is like, ma'am, you have television at your home. So eventually, maybe 5-6 years, you tend to replace it, but still it is working. Yeah, touch will be working.
It will be old. The system will have new softwares and new updates, huh?
This does get, it's like every now and then you will get notified with under software here. You will get notified that there is a system thing. Here. You'll just see a red dot saying there's an update available. It will update on its own. In terms of getting old, the only thing that would be maybe in 5 years a little old, maybe at that time it is not enough to have 4K, or it is not enough to have 8 gigabytes of RAM. But aside from that, we've been selling interactive screens for 15 years now. Other brands as well. There will always be just new features added to the displays, but at the end of the day, they're all interactive displays operating the same way. The ones we've had before are very similar, just less features, less ports, but aside from that, they do practically the same thing.
Also, could you please share the reference list?
Sorry?
References. We have a good references in education.
How many schools?
We will show you. We have more than around 25-30 schools.
More than?
25.
No?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. With this model, we've gotten pretty lucky with it. because of its price and functions, we've had a good few years with it. There are higher models than this where it becomes for meeting rooms and conference rooms. Some with cameras, some with microphones, some with that.
And we hardly have any defective coming back to our office. Very rare cases.
This is our reference list of everywhere we've installed a MAXHUB product in. And if I go here to education,
That's one banned by the American school, Kuwait. Kuwait Bilingual School, Kuwait National English School, KES.
so this is our reference list in education. And we've managed to install MAXHUB in even forget the education part. The other products we've managed to install it in, as Victor said, central bank, KFH, NBK, oil companies. So you can see that the functions are useful in everyday activities.
All the different verticals, other than education, we have been doing quite well because of our service, the brands we represent.
Yeah.
We represent like Bose, Yamaha, Mackie, Sennheiser. These are the brands we represent.
Yeah.
Not now, from many years.
Yeah, as Victor said, we did start. Our company started off as a projects audio company, sound systems, auditoriums, theaters, that type. But then we branched out to video, branched out to interactive displays. So we now do full-fledged projects. This is a sector of the.
But also most of the schools, they have sort of a emotional attachment with Tawliya because most of the music teachers, they go to our showroom, buy guitar, drums,
Yeah, I
and
buy also instruments from
Tawliya.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Plus, the biggest advantage is our office is 2 minutes.
Close by 2 minutes.
Oh.
You can catch us anytime.
So,
That's
Cat 4 is there, no?
you have an
Same.
issue, it's 2 minutes away.
Okay.
Murugan can catch us anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
See, having said all these things,
Yeah.
our motto is to give a proper value-added solution to education. We have been associated with education for a very long time.
Yeah.
We see the concerns and what they really IT and education. Yesterday we were with the owner of a school, and he had some concerns. We
Yeah.
immediately take this up, like how
I messaged them already.
how students can misuse the smart technological devices.
Yeah.
Like somebody can bring flash drive,
Exactly.
IT, yeah.
Yeah, with flash drive, all these things we can work around it. Like for
Or they can
example,
log into your account and IT they will have,
Exactly.
they can
I wanted
protect.
to ask also about
Yes.
this because
You can
it's
protect
open.
everything, yes.
It's,
yeah, well, there are certain settings that can be done. For example, you can put this, set it up, and then lock the settings page. This can be done where, for example, let's say I put password for the settings page, and then I can do different things. I can lock USB so that students can bring in the USB, nothing will happen.
Okay, yeah.
I can lock the whole settings page so that anyone that tries to do anything to the settings would be greeted with a password. So this can be only you guys can have it,
So control.
cannot be
It's
shared.
very important
Yeah,
because
yes, yes.
students
So
misuse everything.
Exactly, yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, most
But-
better.
Yeah.
The lucky thing is that we've gotten all the concerns regarding students, especially since we've installed this in elementary schools, nurseries, and stuff like that. We've gotten all these concerns, but we've noticed that a lot have managed to work around them. And it was never a deal breaker. Yesterday we got one of the tricky questions, and we also still managed to, because there will always be a concern, especially with students. Some are worried that students with mirror would connect. There's an answer to everything. We will find you a solution for every problem.
And that's it.
Thank you. It's impressive technology. I mean, it's very easy, very flexible. Some concerns about the security, of course. Yeah. We'll get back to you. according
See,
to
in all,
our,
just to summarize, you
yeah.
know, there are technologies, there are so many things. But when you come as an administrator or an IT or an owner, you will think what is good for the teachers,
Practical,
students.
practical also,
Is it
yeah.
really good? Yes, wow, technology is there. You can connect wirelessly, you can use laptop. You know, what are the differences? As we said, projector.
Yeah, also some of our teachers are not very computer literate.
Yes, that is called technological
they're
fear.
not really very up to date with
Yeah.
everything, so they prefer the paper.
Yeah, ma'am, now, yes, I've gone through this. There is a study, it is called a technological fear.
Yeah,
Even though she knows, he knows, he feels that oh, if I touch here, something else will happen.
Yeah, yeah.
That is because earlier technology was not very reliable. What I mean to say, before, smart means if I touch here, it will touch somewhere else. Then there was a calibration.
Yeah.
20 points, 20 points, 50
Some
points.
people don't like to change.
Because they got
Yeah.
fed up actually. When they see, then students used to make fun of teacher and all, you know. So these things used to happen before.
Yeah.
Now it is very easy. You walk in, teacher pick up pen. Next step is to write. It writes perfectly, and it is almost 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Where you touch and you write, it writes. Then erase it, then annotate, save, capture, print. These are the basic things teacher will do. Plus all these benefits and features, which will definitely help.
Can we lock the whole screen so students don't touch and go to notes?
That is the concern that was brought up yesterday, actually.
Yes.
That's why I looked at it with smile. One way we could propose this: if a teacher comes in, logs into their account, what you could do is there is a lock feature. I'll show you. So this is now my account. I'm using this classroom session.
Okay.
There is a lock here. You set a password in advance, lock it. Screen is now locked.
I cannot use.
That is the biggest, like the way they cannot access anything.
Because a lot of our classrooms are used by many teachers, and you know, like in between two
Yeah.
periods, the kids will be in the sitting in the
classroom,
classroom.
waiting.
They might, play around.
Actually, the university students may not do this type of, at the same time anger, but the adolescence age, no, from 9 years to 15 years, children are tend to become.
Even up to 18, they still kids.
It depends on different school. We have had enough
They don't
experience.
imagine
Even
how
somebody.
sometimes on purpose, on
Yes,
purpose
on
they
purpose.
want to
Yes.
damage something.
Yeah, we've heard a bunch of concerns. Our biggest concern would always be students
Misusing.
physically damaging the screen.
That is one, and misusing contents.
Yeah.
But aside from that,
Even like I'm afraid the stands look steady, but I'm afraid some of the elementary students
Yeah,
might go around under, play around, move it. So maybe
so just fixing on the
Wall-
wall.
wall mounted.
Yeah.
One mount is the
Yeah,
correct one
yeah,
for the
yeah.
schools.
But Morgan and I will have to discuss the integration of such
We have to
a
analyze
system.
first, then we will.
And
Sure,
the
sure.
budget first.
Mhm.
And in terms of budget, also I wanted to two offers that Dawliya give. One of them is trade-in of items. You guys have projectors. We will, based on the quality and the lifespan now, we can offer a trade-in. We will give you a value over them if you do not want them. So that could deduct from the price. And another thing we have, depending also majorly on quantity, but we have some financial plans we can make with schools, interest-free plans. Like one of our just most recent offers was for a school,
Yeah.
55 screens, but for the next year, until June next year, they are paying 25% installments.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's good.
so it's not that we are forcing 100% or 50-50. 25% over the next 1 year, every 4 months, and they took that offer. So things like those can be worked around. It's not an issue.
It's a value added from our company. One is that this projector we cannot use anywhere, or we cannot. We just have to give to somebody as a charity or something like that. It is a plus point for you. Number one. Number two is that, as you said, once it is Yeah, these are the things, you know. And installment, he said, no, interest-free installments, like 50% advance. Balance amount you can pay in installments.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time.
all the details
No,
and for
please.
your time.
Sure
We'll
thing.
get back to you.
No.
We'll get back to you. Thank you so much.
No, I'm happy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.